when things like this happen in the world, when you see the murder of innocent Black lives and you want to take part, if you don't understand anything about civics, it can feel like a very overwhelming thing. So we're having a baby together, and as a result, we've been having a lot of conversations about our beliefs because, as Jared said,
give all I can give, don't wanna give you all my package, babe. Oh, yeah.
These convos have been pretty eye-opening, so we decided to film them and share them.
welcome to Values, an unfiltered dialogue series that we want you to be a part of, because if you see the world in a different way than us that could benefit this community and our child, we want to learn.
It's a series of no-cap convos about things like loyalty, finances, sexuality, discipline, and goal setting.
It's the good, the bad, and the work in progress of what we know now with an intention to know and do better in the future. What does the word civics mean to you? Or civic responsibility?
I never really thought about it. I think I've only heard the word civic or civics in school. So it makes me think of a class. I think it's a civics class. So I don't like hold the word dearly at all. I like kind of been like, I don't think I'm interested in that. But then as I got older, especially in the climate which we're in right now, it's a very important word. What does it mean to you?
Yeah, I think it just means math. Same as what you just said.
Yeah.
So if you say math to me, I'm like, who else is around? Is there an adult in the vicinity who can take care of the next part of this conversation?
Yeah.
And so civics feels the exact same way. Like,
I don't know.
I have to go. Is it lunchtime? It just, like, when's the bell gonna ring? And that is truly unfortunate. So I'm doing a course right now that's called Social Psychology.
Yes.
And I read there's a chapter in general just about how much we need each other and need to feel like we can trust each other.
Yeah.
And there was a specific part in this that really made me feel super guilty, and I'm gonna read it. Social interest is the kind of empathetic bonding people feel for each other and the responsible actions and attitudes they take toward one another, a sense of belonging and participating with others for the common good. Social interest requires that we have enough contact with the present to make a move toward a meaningful future, and that we develop our capacity for contributing to the welfare of others and strive for the betterment of humanity.
So what made you feel weird?
I don't connect with any of that.
Really?
Here's the thing. I think the work that I do naturally has a social responsibility element to it.
That's what I was just about to say. I was just about to be like, your entire stance from what you feel about sex and how you want to educate people and get it to be normal is a part of you contributing to the community. Is a part of you looking at it and being like, I think in the future we should be normalized in this area. So I think that unknowingly you are.
I think I know that, but that's where the puck really stops. So I will just be super honest right now. I despise talking to neighbors.
She does.
I despise small talk in the outside world. I'm not involved in my community at all. I'm very embarrassed to say that.
You are, though.
What do we do in the community?
You educate.
No, that's the global community. That is, I have a passion for sex, love, and relationships, and I have a community of people who have a passion, or a community of people who I can share that passion with. What I'm talking about is civic responsibility.
Yeah, direct.
So in specificity, especially with the Black Lives Matter movement that's happening right now, and understanding that the best way that you can be an ally, or you can participate or be a worthy member of the community, is to stand up for the rights of the community.
Yes.
And it starts at home.
And it starts at home, and then it goes further into legislation, and it goes further into awareness building.
Yeah, but that's home, though. Like, that's the thing. And so I looked it up last night, because I'm like, we're not involved in the community at all. We're not involved in politics at all. Who's the councilman for this area?
I have no idea.
Who's the mayor of LA?
Garcetti.
Good for you. Do you know who the governor is?
I know his name.
This is what we're talking about.
Yeah, we don't know too much about it.
Yeah, and as a result of that, you don't know how to impact change. And so when things like this happen in the world, when you see the murder of innocent Black lives and you want to take part, if you don't understand anything about civics, it can feel like a very overwhelming thing.
Yeah.
Because what is it that you can particularly individually do? What is your social responsibility to impact change? And so when I think about our kid, I want them to feel like they can impact the world around them.
Yes.
I want them to feel like if they think something is wrong or they see an issue in the system, that they know the chain of events to make a difference for themselves and for the betterment of their community.
Yeah.
I cannot apply that sentence to myself.
Okay, just a sidebar here. I actually looked up how to make change in the community, and it's actually kind of difficult to find. So if you're anything like me and you're not into politics, but you have an idea that is going to make your community a better place, I'm going to show you a simplified way on how to make that happen. Now, it's not simple. I will link a video that goes way more in depth than I am about to go into. That was really helpful for me because it explained a lot of things that I had no idea about. And loosely, this is how Breonna's law was actually implemented. So without further ado, here's the step-by-step process. First, you're gonna gather data, reports, anything that is going to support your cause, anything that is going to explain why this issue needs to be handled, and if you do handle this issue, it's going to make the community a better place for everybody. And then you're gonna have to get petitions. Now, these petitions are gonna let the council know that you're not alone in this issue and that you have the support of the entire community. Then you're gonna have to kind of learn the language. So you need to know the city charter and the city codes. Now, this is the language they use in these council meetings. I advise finding somebody who knows the language very well, who probably works in the building, because they're gonna be able to help you explain your issues to the council so that they can understand it. Then you're gonna wanna make your target as specific as possible. So for example, in Minneapolis, they wanted to add bike paths into their city. Now, the first street they attacked was the busiest street because they knew if they got that first win, it was gonna be a snowball effect from there. Then you're gonna wanna understand the comprehensive plan. Now, the comprehensive plan is basically the public's way of letting the city know what they wanna see in the next 10 years. And the city actually uses this as a guideline while they're making building improvements on the city. So, if you can get your cause added into one of the tiers of the comprehensive plan, then you have a better way of influencing them to make your issue an important issue. Also, you're gonna wanna go to city council meetings. Now, not all of them are public, but the ones that you can get into, you should go to, because what it's gonna do is you're gonna be able to put a face to all the board members. Also, you're gonna be able to see who's the leader in the room, and you're gonna be able to see what matters to them. So once you figure out what matters to them, brainstorm on how if they help your issue, it is actually going to help their issue.
So the sites that have been helpful for me, I found empowerla.com, which is embarrassingly simple.
Yeah.
It literally shows you the different steps of government. It tells you how you can start getting involved. It shows you the process of working your way up should you want to get more involved in your civic duty. So that I was like, sometimes when things are so easy, you want it to be hard, so you're like, oh, this is why I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Because it's so difficult.
Yeah.
And then you're like, it's a website.
Have you ever been to a council meeting? Or
No.
like any type of like community meeting?
This is the thing, growing up, Jared, I don't want to, pass the blame, but we're never involved in our community growing up.
Yeah.
I didn't come from a church background either.
Yeah.
So other than my family, I don't have any community involvement. I had community involvement based on my interests.
Yeah.
So extracurricular at the time was track and field. And then now as an adult, my interests, which is intimacy. So I have community based on what I like, but do I have community that is based on the social interests of others?
Yeah.
No. And growing up, did I have that? No.
Yeah, growing up, I was like heavily involved in the church, so like there was a lot of activism in the sense of like lower needs people. So we used to go to like lower income areas, provide meals. We would like that, but that wasn't me organizing it. It would be the church organizing it, and then I would show up and be a facilitator. So
that still means something.
Yeah.
You still have a connection.
But to say, but to further it is more or less to be like, if it was up to me, I didn't like go down to the homeless shelters and like help out just because. I would do it because I had a base of community that made it easy for me to show up. So I do wish and I do want to start building that into my character now.
Well, I think it's a mix of both. Like when I think about what I would like for our kid, it is to feel a civic responsibility. It is to feel the joy. Because again, like I know what it's like through the community here, but I don't necessarily know what it's like to feel a connection with the people I live around, or to walk out.
But what does that do?
I mean, I think it makes you feel like a connected member of the community. If things happen, you're aware of it. If there's dangers, if there are things that you want to change, like even something simple like you are on we have a street and people speed through our street.
And you want to put speed bumps.
You want to put speed bumps on that street.
Yeah.
Or something happened to somebody in the community and you want to advocate for that person. There is an outcry of homelessness in the community, whatever it is in general. Even if it is like growing out a garden to donate to somewhere else. And so I think there's a multitude of things that would give to you and also give back to the community in return. Yeah. But I also want them to feel like, oh, I'm not just living here.
Yeah, I have a choice in this country.
Yes.
I'm able to band together and make change when I want to. Things are not just happening to me.
I actually love following Amber for that reason. Amber's Closet, shout out to you.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's been killing it. She's really shining right now during this time.
Because she'll just put out specific things. Hey, sign this petition if you want to see less funding go towards the police and more funding go towards social change programs that actually make a better impact and keep the community safe. Yeah. Sign this petition if you want to see this council person who has pardoned so many police officers who have murdered people and you want to see them taken out of office. Yeah. So it's just like a click and I'm like, I can do something.
Moral of the story is Shan and I are not experts in this area, but we want to become experts so that we can pass down the knowledge to our unborn child. And it has now become very important, especially with time, on how we need to be able to understand how to get into office, how to impact change on a government level rather than just an emotional level. So yeah, if you guys know of a place and a place that you guys go to where you get your knowledge and your education, we would love to hear from that. Right now, I've been really diving into Obama.org, but I feel like that's a safe way, and I feel like it's one of those ways that's like, of course Obama knows what to do. I'm just gonna go follow what he's doing.
I love Brittany Packnett Cunningham.
Yeah.
But she's also affiliated with Obama.
Yeah.
But that is the No Hate 8 that's being pushed right now.
Yeah.
And so they're really about like, here's the clear cut next step. And that's what I need right now. I need to be spoon fed.
What she actually meant to say was Campaign Zero's 8 Can't Wait reform. If you don't know what they are, go check them out at 8can'twait.org. So the reason why I like Obama.org is because they have a tab where it is called Meet Anguish with Action. And the first thing they do on this page is they educate you. So they have all these studies, they have articles, and they have a lot of causes and organizations that have been fighting these causes that we're actually experiencing on a global level right now. And they put it all in one concise area so that you can physically read and see all the things that are going on. And then right under that, they have the Take Action tab. And that is basically where you can sign petitions, get involved, and how to really implement change in this world that we live in. But I really want to be able to say wholeheartedly, I know what to do. Here's where you can go and help. Here's who to vote for. These are the reasons why I'm voting for this person. I feel like we kind of wait for a leader to be like, vote for this person. And then we go, oh yeah, let's vote for that person. And I don't really want to operate that way anymore. I think that's how you get taken advantage of. I think that's how you you vote for things that you may not know and understand. And you get into a position where you're like, wait, I actually didn't vote for that. That's not what I thought I was voting for. So I just don't even want to cross that path. So I need to do the work.
Why I think it's so important is not just for the vegetable reason of this, right? I think like the nutritious value in civics is apparent. It's built into it. The nutritious value in math is apparent. It's built into it. But it's also a Twinkie.
Yeah.
It also can bring you so much joy.
Yeah.
It can be really fun. Again, it can make it more joyful for you to get into conversations with your neighbors because now it's not just fluff talk. You actually have substantive information that both of you actually care about.
Can benefit from.
And the joy you get from giving back, the joy you get from feeling a part of something, when you see change happen that you know you had a small hand in, like that. Because at the end of the day, we're trying to raise a full child and a child who is better than we are and we were. But at the same time, I'm trying to raise a happy kid.
Yeah, and it's like, there's something empowering about seeing something you don't like and then saying, I want to make a change, and then seeing that change happen. I feel like a lot of times in at least my youthful life, when I felt a lot of anguish, is because I didn't feel like I had power or control in the world. I feel like, it was just all happening to me. And to know that that's not true, and to know that you have power to change things, I think it's very, it takes a lot of the anxiety away. So at the small root of it all, at least it would do is give you at least a base understanding that you can change anything that you want to change. So that's it.
That's a good ending. I'm not gonna try to get the last word.
Okay.
I technically just did, but
It's over.
It's over.